Hi guys, it's John here. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're well. Today is a really quick video and it's just an update video in regards to the Audi A4 B5, the 1.8 SE that I saved from a scrapyard a few weeks back. If you haven't seen the video for that yet, I recommend you watch that first before we have a chat, because as I say, this is an update video and a first look at a few problems with the car and a first chance of sort of getting in and around and underneath it and having a look at a few of the niggles and addressing some of those issues as well. So if you haven't seen that video, it is on the channel. I will also try and do a fancy link or one of these things that you can click on so you can watch that video. But yeah, effectively, a brief one then. I saved it from the scrapyard, paid a handsomely cheap price for it with a view of salvaging it for parts. Got it home, drove it home, and it is much better than I thought. And today I have dropped it off at my dad's workshop, who is the mechanic behind the Coupland fleet. I'm sure you knew that already, for him to have a look at. And there's things that I've started addressing already anyway. Things like the boot lid trim, that little handle with the number plate lights that was really corroded. I managed to source one of those second hand from a breaker's yard, and it was 30 odd quid posted. It is immaculate condition, and that is something that is going to go back on the car. That's one issue. Things like the wheel trims, the actual centre caps, they're all corroded. I've got a set of those coming that are brand spanking new, old Audi stock. They were quite expensive, but I do genuinely think that they will improve the look of the car. Just quick things that we found out then. So the car's MOT runs out at the end of this month, so in 10 days. It is the 20th that I'm recording this, and it expires on the 30th. So Dad's having a quick look, and let's just go round the car from point to point. So first wheel, so driver's side front, so offside front. We've got a little bit of a squeak from one of the suspension arm bushes. That needs replacing. That is totally worn out, if I'm honest, but that was causing a bit of a squeak and a squeal. So I've got one of those on order. It has had a replacement front arm at some point there. But apart from that, discs and pads on the front looking good. On the driver's front. Down the side of the car then we've got these little rumble strips that are down near the door. One of the clips has come loose, that needs addressing. And then we go to the rear, and the brake discs here are not bad, but they're not brilliant. I'm gonna sort of grind any excess rust off those and leave the ones in situ. It does need new brake pads at the back, so offside back is getting some new brake pads. The mud guard, the mud flap there, it just needs clipping back on. That's something that we can do. The bump stops, the suspension bump stops, and like a dust cover, they are both on both sides no good, so we're going to be replacing those as well. I've got some of those on order. Looking to the rear of the car then, we've already mentioned this surround near the number plate that needs replacing. We've got one of those, and it's been sourced. This is the MOT fail that I've found so far, which is the near side rear spring. It's broken. It needs a new spring. It also needs a new bush on the rear axle there because it is totally shot. I'm going to replace both of them. There's a pair of those on the way. And again, new brake pads are on the back, and the discs. I know I should be replacing them technically, but actually they're good enough just to clean up. Again, mud flap on this side hanging off. it's got a clip that's popped off. Not sure what's going on with the mud flaps on this car. Again, rumble strips down the side, bottom of the door strips, one of them is coming away. We're going to look at that, get that sorted. Again, new wheel trim centres, and to the front, so the near side front, actually no major issues this side. It's had a new brake pad, it's had a set of new brake pads, sorry, it's had a set of brake discs recently. All the bushes look good, and the suspension arms look good on that side as well. With regards to any other issues that we've identified, then we've got the cup holder that we still need to sort out, and we've got under the bonnet, we've got this this issue with this EML light. It hasn't come on yet, but obviously it does take, I think, 10 or 15 cycles of turning the car on and off and getting it up to temperature before it might throw up any engine management issues. So at the moment, the lean fuel issue that we had when we picked the car up has now gone, or has not thrown itself back up. It's been cleared, but we shall see. And then it'll be a case of moving on to the interior, giving it a damn good clean. It's had a good old hoover out, and everything. And there's the amplifier in the boot that's been disconnected or has come loose. We need to just get that repaired as well. That's on the list of things. It's a really quick video, just to have a talk about things that we've found that are a problem so far. But actually, underneath the car, surprisingly good, better than my other B5, my green one. Which I was shocked about, actually, because obviously it's got a lot more miles on the clock, but it appears to have been serviced and looked after much better than my green one. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. If you are not a subscriber yet, please do subscribe. It really helps the channel. I'm trying to get up to that magic 1,000, so I can start to maybe get a little bit of cash flow in from doing my bonkers hobby of buying old NAF cars. And if you are on the Twitter, the Instagram and the Facebook, it's at John Coupland, all one word. Please give me a follow, that'd be brill. I'm doing lots of daily car park questions. Which car would you buy out of this car park? Which is getting a lot of attention. And I'm always on there with pictures of Crystal as well, who is my dog. If you've watched the other videos, you'll know that she is beautiful and cute. Anyway, have a great day, rest of the day, whatever you're doing. And thanks for watching. Goodbye.